Hello, two hands, Wanda. Hi, welcome into the live, folks. Welcome into the live. I am going to be brief this morning. Hopefully, your morning is going well. Happy Wednesday, grand rising, folks. What's happening, folks? What is happening? Blessed to be here, folks. Blessed to be here. Today is my spin day. Just a little chatter, just a little chat before I get into the actual topic. Yeah, today is my spin day, so I have to make sure I stay on track, on budget, don't overspend, and all of that good stuff because not just on the weekends is Coin Watch, it's Coin Watch all the time, as you all very well know. Just a reminder for the ladies and for the men, because you may have a special lady in your life, your spouse, significant other, an aunt, a cousin, something or another like that, a coworker, someone, you know, a female that you are close to about mammograms, getting your mammograms, or they're getting their mammograms, etc. Please, ladies, don't forget to do that to get your mammograms. Okay. That is very important. That is very important. And of course, as always, protect your mental. Hello, Joshua. How are you? Thanks for being here. The first, as always, thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. So, as you all know, video games have been here and been out for a period of time. And so I was looking through the news stuff today, and I wanted to get this article, but it wouldn't let me get it unless I subscribed to it or joined it, etc., paid for it. Wasn't going to do that. So I went another route and I got another story. This one is a little dated, but it still applies. It's about video games and video games addiction. I'm going to read some of this stuff and, of course, give some commentary along the way. But, um, but yeah, with regards to the video games, who is for the children, of course, who is in charge and in control of the children? I would say, good morning, Mr. Steve. How are you? How are you? Thanks for being here. I hadn't seen you in a few days. I don't know whether I missed something or I'm punching the wrong buttons, but I haven't been seeing you go live, Mr. Steve. So hopefully all is well, Mr. Steve. Hopefully all is well. Yes, who is in charge of the children? The parents are. And this is not a knock on parents. This is for informational purposes only. Of course, if you are a parent and you have children, that play video games, etc., it is my hope. You just took a little break. Okay, yes, sir, Mr. Steve. Got it, got it. You are in charge of, telling them when they can play the game, when they can't play the game, and all the rules regarding around the game, etc. It is my hope that most parents know now that these games can be addictive, and that you don't want your children to get an addiction, fall into an addiction, or anything like that. So having controls, having rules are necessary. Oh, eye is watering all of a sudden. So you have to make sure that, once again, you are putting controls and rules into place for your children, because there's a lot of things out here that can really get their attention, like these video games and a whole host of other things. But I'm talking about video games that can get their attention, and then they're off onto something else. They're off possibly becoming more angry, enraged, um, doing things that they had not done before, being disrespectful to you and others, having violent tendencies because they are possibly seeing this in the video games. And I get it if, once again, where control comes in, you are allowing them to watch particular TV shows, etc., that may have a lot of violence in it. And if they don't know how to process that, you're not there to tell them, hey, this is just a movie. This stuff is not true, et cetera, to give them some information, some guidance, etc., so that they don't think that this is true, etc., then that can be problematic. Once again, a lot of things go back to communication. If everyone is just watching it and no one is giving the kid that maybe 8 or 9 any type of feedback with regards to, hey, this is not true, this is just a movie, you shouldn't do these things, whatever it is that you are seeing in the particular movie, etc. This is just for entertainment only, then it's going to be problematic. They're not saying anything to you, they're just taking it in, and you're not asking questions along the way or asking questions afterwards or giving them any information beforehand. That can be problematic. And I get it. I grew up also went to and I watched TV, etc. And everyone processes things differently. And goodness knows my parents weren't there telling me, hey, this isn't, factual, this isn't true. We don't do these things in normal society. This is just a film. This is for people, this is just for the people that are watching to be entertained, et cetera, et cetera. No, that did not happen with my parents. I was able to understand and process, of course, as I went along. The children are different nowadays, or maybe children aren't different nowadays. Maybe it's our parenting styles that's different nowadays. I'm not here to bash anyone for whatever type of parenting style that they have. It is what it is, and people do what it is that they do. People do what it is that they have the wherewithal and the resources to do. And sometimes if we find ourselves where we are a little bit overwhelmed, we don't want to, okay, goodness, I've done these 40 hours this week or these 8 or 10 or 12 hours this day. I just want a little peace and quiet for myself. And then you just hand over the controller, or just tell the kid, go in there and play a video game or something. You just want some free time. Good morning, Ruthie. How are you? How are you? How are you and the young men doing? How are you and the young men doing? But those video games can be problematic. And not just for the young men. Maybe there are some females that are finding themselves addicted also into, because female play these video games also into. We just have to be careful with our children overall and in general, because there are so many things that is out here that's taking their attention, namely these machines, and machines, I mean these phones, these tablets, laptops, all of the things, all of the things. And I see, the young kids in the store with their parents, and they give them the phone, or they have a phone or a tablet or something, and they're keeping busy. Um, they're being quiet. They're being quiet for the parent, for you. And just know when you start giving or putting these things in front of them at an early age, because they don't know, when they're two, that this is a machine and they can become addicted, except they do not know such a thing. We have to be careful. I We should know as parents nowadays that these things are addictive, and be mindful. And we need our children to limit their contact with these things if they have been having contact ongoing. And some of us may just need to pull the plug. And of course, we have to be watching their behavior all along the way while they are, engaging in these things. Oh, Miss Ruthie, she says, I'm going through the video game issues now. Yeah. And this story, it didn't give any, you know, information with regards to how to solve it. It was about it was a good one in America. Someone did an interview with the lady, and her son, now 21, started playing the video games at an early age. It did mention it in here. Uh, Started playing video games at 12, and by 16, he had dropped out of high school and had no desire to go to high school, just wanted to stay home and play the video games. So I am sure that there's information on the internet that can be helpful to you and anyone else that's out here that may be having a little issue with that. The young men are good. I'm getting them ready for school now. Yeah, good, good. Yeah, I know that they're good. I know that you and your husband are, that you're glad that they're doing good. And I know that you are honored with regards to the video games, etc. And I'm not trying to offer any solutions or what have you, et cetera, et cetera. And you all they may be participating in extracurricular activities already. But that is one thing that parents can do if they want to try to slowly move them away from that. Find out what their interests are, or some previous interests that they had, and see if you can get them, back to that. Or if they don't want to participate, maybe go see, if they were into soccer, maybe go see a soccer game or football game or baseball game or softball game, something other like that, when the season, is for that, etc. Try to get them off of something that isn't TV, video, etc., like some real life, people that they can see, actually doing it on a field, a basketball court, or something like that, if it's sports related. It could be something else, maybe try to move them towards science, something another like that, whatever. But I am sure that there's a lot of information out here with regards to that. But this story is a Good Morning America story about a mom claims video game companies are intentionally addicting the kids. And of course, they're trying to just, just like some folks are addicted to chocolate or food or a whole host of other things, gambling or excessive gambling, because some people, can gamble, play lottery tickets or scratchers, or maybe go to the casino, maybe once or twice a year, and it's not a problem issue. And then some people may go, once a month or whatever it is, and for some people it just may not be an issue. They may not get addicted, etc. But for a lot of folks, there are a lot of addictions out here, and there's a growing list of addictions that people can have or get. But parents, are in control. Parents are in control is my thought on this, and a whole host of other things. Not knocking parents or anything. The children aren't buying these the video consoles or the video games, etc. Or I guess you can do it on the internet now. I don't know. I'm past that, but and I know that my grandchildren, play video games a bit. Yeah. So, but yeah, this mom claimed video game companies are intentionally addicting the children. And this is the dated and older story from November of last year. And the Arkansas mother, she claims that the video game companies are that they are designing them intentionally so that the kids can become addictive. And it goes on to talk about her son, who's now 21. His name is Preston Johnson. I started playing video games at 12, and by 16, he had dropped out of high school and just wanted to stay home and do the video games. And that can be scary because going to school and finishing school, K to 12 is very important and necessary. And that's a whole nother story. But yeah, just wanted to stay home and play video games. How did it get to this point? How did it get to that point, I should say? So both her and her son are plaintiffs in the video things. And so Preston he played Fortnite, Minecraft, and Roblox. And they are claiming that these are specifically developed and designed to cause addiction. As a result, gaming addiction, that he experienced severe emotional distress, loss of friends, inability to limit game playing time, depression, withdrawal symptoms such as rage and anger. That is a lot. And is that coming from the things that he are seeing in these particular games? And it mentioned a few of the games here: Fortnite, Minecraft, and Roblox. I've heard these things, but don't know anything about them. I know they have Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, and these games have, weaponry in them, and they are utilizing the weaponry. And then are they, because men are men, for one, men are men, and they have that natural instinct to protect. I'll just put it that way. Don't want to go any further. They have that natural instinct to protect, and with the hands or with other things. Just in general, in my opinion, men are just that way. So when they start seeing, and if they're so young and they start seeing these things early, they aren't able to process that, these are supposed to be used for good. If someone is trying to harm you, you're going to, of course, defend yourself. Someone's trying to harm your family, you, of course, are going to defend your family. And if you can't use these, you're using, other items. You all get what it is that I'm saying without my saying it. I'll just say weaponry, etc. Then you're going to do that because it is in you to protect. Okay. What else did this story says? It says a lot. Jones told Good Morning America, at one point I took away the modern. At one point I took away the modern, I don't know, altogether, and went And he went downstairs and screamed so loud the neighbors called CPS, Child Protective Services, because they thought I was abusing him. Wow. Wow. And now they have, I'm seeing this for the first time, Internet Gaming Disorder, or IGD, is included in the American Psychiatric Association's Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorder as an addictive condition. And the World Health Organization has, um, the World Health Organization's International Classification of Diseases also lists gaming disorder as an addictive behavior. Yeah. And let's see, it was something that she wrote on here. Okay, yeah. At the beginning of the article, she said, I spent a lot of nights crying thinking that I was a bad parent because of it. And I think she said because of it, because of his having this depression. And of course, like I mentioned before, the parents are in control. The consoles were bought and bought into the home. The video games were purchased and bought into the home via the regular physical product or the digital, however it was. And now she is thinking, oh, I may thought she was a bad parent and may have contributed to such. And the answer is, yeah. But you as a parent didn't have you didn't think that your kid would become addicted to such, to these games, etc. And it goes, and in my brain, okay, no one is thinking that when they bring these things into their home that their kid is going to become addicted to these things, etc. So that's why having controls, having, okay, you're only going to play the video game, this one video game, etc., whatever it is, you know so many hours per week, um, 20 minutes a day, or whatever it is that you decide, you have to have some control over it. No one thinks that this stuff is going to happen to their kid, etc. There is a lot of information out here nowadays, and for the younger parents, etc., we know that they know, we way past that, know that this type of thing is happening, and we should be mindful and careful what it is and when we introduce these type of things to our children, because we want our children to grow up and be healthy and productive, all of that good stuff for themselves and for society at large. These type of things, and as you all know, these type of things go beyond just they're playing the video games. Yeah, we're talking about they're playing the video games, but some of the things that may come just in the kid growing up, having to go to school, being at school with kids, peer pressure from the kids for to do whatever or to say whatever, the bullying that happens in the school, whether your kid is the recipient or the one that's doing the bullying, etc. All of that stuff is going on at school also, and too, and they may or may not be sharing that with you. And then they're coming home and then they're on these video games that may have a little rage or anger or violence in it. And then that becomes problematic when they aren't talking to you and you aren't talking to them. And so that you can know what's going on with them so that they can tell you things and you can tell them this, that, or the other with regards to it so that they can process it a little bit, excuse me, a little bit better. That becomes problematic. Then you have this, they're watching these video games. That stuff is going on at school. There may be things going on at home. No one is talking and trying to resolve anything. No one is letting anyone know anything. And then, they have to go out here into society. And if they start having some of the rage, the anger, the disrespectfulness issues with other folks out in society, it may not go well for your kids. So it's beyond just, the video games that we see. And I am sure they have statistics on who all, the demographics of the people that are, participating and that purchase most of, etc., whether they do the downloading digitally or buying the physical item. They are picking up all that demographic information. Everything is being tracked. So if most of the folks that have these issues, or I'll just put it this way, if your child gets into the system, the criminal justice system at any point, then they're going to be asking a whole bunch of questions. And if they can link something back to, oh, or you tell them that you played video games a whole lot when you were much younger, of course, actually when you started, that becomes a part of the whole thing. And I know you all get where it is that I am going. It becomes problematic. Then they have the demographic information on that. And so if you share my reflection, then becomes so many, so many black kids, male or whatever, played video games a whole lot. They said they spent, they're collecting data because when you get in the system, they're going to collect all types of data, etc. And then that becomes problematic. Once again, we want our children to grow up to be healthy, productive, good citizens, respectful of themselves, respectful of others, etc. out here in the home and in society at large, because it goes really bad once they get caught up in the system for whatever reason. And like I mentioned before, I do see a lot of parents that, when they're in the grocery stores or shopping, that they are giving their kids their phone or they have some tablet or something so that the kid can be quiet and let them do their shopping, etc. Once again, just be mindful of it. Just be mindful of it. You don't have to do that all the time. I would say do it none of the time, but I understand and I get it. But the parents are in control at all times. And, you don't want to think that you were the reason that your kid did whatever it is that they did. And like self, if we as parents that have children that are grown and out of here and out of there, if we really go back and really look at our parenting, maybe our parenting style, the one or two things that we did, we can say, oh, I boned up on this particular thing, and that's why I'm seeing this, or that is why I saw this early on with my kid. No one is immune to, I was a great parent and all this other stuff. Hello, Sheed. How are you? How are you? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. No one is immune to that. We know, and I know that I've done some boned up stuff, in the past when my daughter was growing up, et cetera, et cetera. But that's okay because it's me. No, that isn't how the game works. If it was boned up, just put it that way, then it was boned up, But yeah, if you go back far enough into your being a parent, like I said, if your kid is gone, you will find that, hey, I could have did something differently or not done something at all, or man, I really messed that up with regards to your kid, etc. And I get it, we're doing the best that we can, but we have a lot of information out here. So if you're just someone, hello, Shaky Baby, how are you? How are you and Aiden doing? How are you and Aiden doing? Yeah, the video games. Yeah. I'm just going over this. It's an older story from November last year. The one story that I did want to download, it wouldn't let me because you need to pay for something, etc. So just a reminder to parents, please be careful when we are buying the physical product. It's on the Aiden is on the tablet now. Aiden! Don't make my, I know he's not making my story true. I know he's not making my story true. Hello, Aiden, and have a good day, Aiden. Yes. Yeah. It's interesting. But yeah, and I'm sure that I am sure that there are some video game lawsuits that are out here, like this lady from Arkansas did with her son. He's 21 now. For those that may, he started playing video games at 12, and by 16, he dropped out of school and just wanted to stay home and play video games. The mom thought that she was a bad parent because if the children aren't buying these particular things, etc. And we just have to, be in control and set up guidelines and limits, make sure that the kids are still doing all the things that they are supposed to be doing. And if we see that they're just hungry and they're just wanting to do nothing else but to get onto the game, when it first starts happening, that is when, we as parents have to nip it in the bud when we see that type of behavior, start to happen, etc. Very interesting, very interesting. Yeah. Because my grandchildren, they're elderly, but still, nonetheless, they play video games and play video games a lot. And yeah, There has to be a balance. There has to be a balance. Good. He's on the top. I said that already. Yeah, there has to be a balance with everything. And these things, if you share my reflection, these things can go way to the left with you. If something jumps off really bad, they're going to trace it back to the video games or something or another, etc. They're going to find someone to blame beyond just the person that did it. If it's your kid that shares my reflection, they're going to find something to blame beyond that. Just a cautionary note and a cautionary tale with regards to video games. Most of the folks that are in the chat and that will catch this already know this, etc. And then, of course, we have the men that play it, but men are able to process, the things that they are doing, etc. Kids' attention spans are shorter, yes. They have the video games that cater to instant gratification. Exactly. Exactly. This is true. This is true. This is true. And the parents, when they are in the stores and stuff, like I said, for the young ones, the 2 and the 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, you want the kid to be quiet so that you can do your shopping or whatever it is that you are doing. And this makes them be quiet. They are totally engrossed in whatever it is that they are seeing, the videos, etc., that they are seeing on the thing. And it's not to say that adults aren't engrossed in the videos and all this thing also too. But we as adults, it is my hope that we can process it. Some maybe not, and we have to think. And the ladies have to think. Okay, we're picking a young man, and did he play video games all the time? Will we see this when we start living with them? If we do that before we marry them, etc. Will we see that all they want to do is play video games? And what is that coming from? Is that coming from, their being, of course, they weren't with you the whole time. They were a kid at some point. Did they play video games? Were they allowed to play video games a lot at one point? Did that hamper, their ability to process and to just maybe function in the world a little bit better than what it is that you may be seeing with him if you are the girlfriend or something or another? So a lot of things for people to consider with regards to the video games beyond just the parent having the issue there with the kid, etc. Not a knock on video games because it is what it is, but parents are in control. Parents are in control at all times. Hello, Renee. How are you? How are you? Thanks for coming in, Renee. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. I do appreciate you all coming in. I am going to jump off of here and get myself together. Today is my spend day. I've got a few things to pick up at the grocery store. But yeah, just be mindful and careful with regards to the video games that your children are playing in. Put some limits and some controls on it up front before it gets out of hand, because it can. Those things are addictive, just like other things in life are addictive. Have a good spin. Who's bicycling? Someone in the chat is bicycling. Shaky baby. How are things going for you, Shake? I see you over there still getting your exercise in. Me too over here, finally trying to get it together. I'm not going to say too much because then I'm going to go 3 or 4 days and not do any type of exercise. So I'm going to be quiet. But yeah, I see you still over there doing those different exercise moves. And you all go check out Shaky Baby. Shaky Baby. He does a lot of shorts and his food. The meals that he is preparing, and maybe something he buy, but most of the meals he's preparing, telling me I need to get on here and do some food videos. Girl, not salads. Hello, that's all I need to be eating is salads for like doing, but still moving this. Oh my! Don't say anything about her because, I got one too. Got on the scale. It went down from where it was before, but nonetheless, it went down. But definitely go and check out Shaky Baby. Does a lot of shorts, so it's real quick. Of course, the shorts are real quick. And check out the food that he is eating, etc. And also, he's driving along and singing some of the oldie but goodies to me because I'm not going to say it, but sadly, but I know these songs. Not giving away my age, folks. It's still 29. It is still 29. But check out Shaky Baby. Check out Shaky Baby. and Renee's Secret Garden. Go and check her out also into. She got fruit. I think she's in Georgia. She got fruit trees, peach trees down the Peach, Georgia. Saying go check out Renee's Secret Garden. She can tell you all the things that are happening in her life and how she is managing it, etc. Renee's Secret Garden. Go and check her out. Thanks for coming in, Renee. Thanks for coming in. She does shorts also in too, and she does some short, some short pre-recorded videos over there also. And too, she was talking about the benefit, telling us we can go and research the benefits of hydrangea. She has some in her garden also and too. So go and check her out. Go and check her out. And Mr. Steve Gilmore was here, and he comes on, and he is a God-fearing man, and he comes on and he talks about the things that are happening in the world, Bible-based, of course. Mr. Steve Gilmore YouTube channel. I can't not say the Mr. Steve Gilmore YouTube channel. Go and check him out. Go and check him out. He was taking a little break from YouTube, but of course he has shorts there, his live videos, and of course his short form video, his pre-recorded videos, etc. over there. It's like, oh Lord, yeah, I got a roll too. Trying to get it together, some things are a struggle, and it shouldn't be. And I'm trying to get off of saying something is a struggle when it really isn't. Just need to change things, Wanda. But yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, everyone. I'm gonna get over to you guys' channels. I do appreciate it. Take care, everyone. I am going to get off of here. I am going to get off of here and get my day started, more or less. Thanks so much for being here. Shaky Baby, go and check them out. Everyone, go and check them out. Renee's Secret Garden. Steve Gilmore YouTube channel. Oh, and Joshua Gabriel is here. Go and check him out. I forgot he was the first one here. Not trying to, didn't mean to miss you. Go and check out Joshua Gabriel. Does a whole lot of art. He does some lives when he can. That's Joshua Gabriel art. He does some lives, his traveling on the bus, etc. Go and check him out. He does have some food shorts there also on his channel. Joshua Gabriel, go and check him out, folks. Take care, everyone, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye. Go Steelers. I forget what Shaky, he's probably gone. I forget what his team is. Probably some crazy team like the 49ers. I don't know. Hopefully it's not KC. I'm just messing. I can't wait for football season to come back in, folks. I can't wait for American football to come back. I can't wait. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.